Morning, friends. It's Heather at Bush Poppy Farm. It's raining, and so it's probably going to be a little loud in here, but I've got work to do. So I thought I would show you the seeds I'm going to start today, give you a little update on how things are growing in the greenhouse. Pretty good, because we've had a very mild winter. It hasn't been that cold. We've had a couple freezing nights, but for the most part, the way the rain's been coming in, it's been fairly warm. So things are growing pretty well, which is a good thing. All right, so seeds starting for today. I'm going to be doing not a ton of stuff. These are just kind of fill in the holes and also a lot for the pollinator beds. So I've got agrostemma here, both Ocean Pearl, which is the white version, and Purple Queen. These definitely are for cuts. They're going to go out in a bed at the farm. Then I have two types of bee balm. This is Spilortin mix and a lemon mint. Those are both going to be for the pollinator beds. I'm going to be starting stock. This is an apricot, champagne. I think I showed those the other day. And Cat's High double white. Double white is nice because it's kind of guaranteed doubles. Stock, a lot of times you can get singles, which they're okay, but they're not as well sought after as the double flowers. So then in this one is a mix here. We've got Xeranthemum, which is good for a cut, but I'm also going to put this in the pollinator patch. Some more straw flower. This is the seashells mix that I spoke of the other day, and then the status mix, pastel mix. So those actually are for the beds at the farm. Some snapdragons to fill in the holes. We've got Costa apricot, Potomac berry blend, and Potomac early sunrise mix. So snapdragons to fill in the holes. And calendula. Both of these are Bronze Beauty. It's just that this is a packet that I've already started using. So I'm going to fill this whole tray with Bronze Beauty. These trays fit 3 of my small soil blockers. This is 20 soil blocks per squeeze, and I can fit 3 on these trays. So that's 60 seedlings on each tray. So I've got my mix here. It's pretty much ready. Then for the first time, I'm going to be using this Swift blocker on one of these trays. And I'm going to be putting in the Rudbeckia. This is actually more Rudbeckia than I've ever started, but I really want to fill up the pollinator beds out there. So we've got Black-Eyed Susan Sahara, which I've already talked about before. I have 2 packages of Sahara. And then Caramel and Cherry Brandy and Triloba. So this is a 75 cell blocker. So I don't know, I'll just be generous and spread them out. And again, they take a while to germinate, so it's going to be some time before I can really put these out there. But once they're out there, they're out there. Okay, so to fill you in on how things are looking in the greenhouse, let's take a look first at the microgreens. It's a little stinky in here because these are all brassica microgreens. So when you first walk in, you don't have the cedar smell of the greenhouse, which I absolutely love. Instead, you have that like brassica smell, but I think they're going to be yummy. Some of them are pretty much, I can go ahead and harvest soon, snip off maybe a few today to use in a salad, and then I'll start another tray. This was the Jazzy Mix. I can't remember what the other one was. Spicy Mix, but they're all pretty much brassicas. And then this is the Cress back here. So, yeah, I'll be coming through to harvest a bunch of these. They look really good. I think they'll be yummy. Here's our peppers that we are overwintering in here. They're totally fine. I mean, they don't look amazing, but they're not going to because it's cold. But they're doing just fine. In fact, this one's putting on new growth, which is kind of crazy to me. Still succulents hanging out in here to avoid getting flooded by the rains. Over here is all succulents, things that I'm going to need to be adding to. This pot I'll probably turn into a succulent pot because we have all of these guys up here, right, that I got. I haven't done any of my projects with them yet. We're going to be doing terrariums with some of them, and then some will go into new outdoor succulent containers. Seedlings that are coming along up here, we've got 3 types of lettuce here. For the front garden, we've got eucalyptus back here, which takes a long time to germinate, so that's going to be a while. And I don't remember what that is right there, but I'm not too worried about it. These are all Cyanoglossom, which I hadn't expected to do well, and they're doing well. And so they'll go out to the farm, even though I have a whole bunch coming in soon as plugs, as part of a collection. And then here, lots of veggies coming along. We've got celery, actually a couple different kinds of celery. These are pink celery, and these are Utah tall. We've got some cabbage and kale, collards. Yeah, a bunch of different things. They've got some more artichokes. So everything looking good there. Some more onions, which I don't really need, but I'm going to plant anyway. It's so funny because only one of the Cabernet came up, and I don't know if that's because it's an old packet of seeds, but maybe we'll only have one red onion this year. So we also have some violas in here, and in the back here is, oh, I didn't put a label on that one, but that looks like celery as well. And then down here are all the sweet peas, and you can see they are starting to germinate. So I've moved them under some stronger light than where they were on the bench top. So these will just continue to grow, and at some point I'll come in and pinch everything, and then they'll go out to the farm when they're ready. But I do think I'm going to sprinkle some rodent deterrent on top of this, because I feel like I'm seeing a little bit of nibbling going on here, and I want to avoid that. Okay, so I'm going to get these blocks made, get all these seeds sown, and then we'll see what's on the docket for the rest of the day. Okay, I've got all my trays on the heat mats and with a dome over them, just to kind of create a little bit more heat. I do find that speeds up the germination process. Once at least 50% of the trays germinate, they move over under the lights. And the only other tray that's not covered is here, but this is also a giant seedling heat mat. This is the Rudbeckia. So I've been feeling really unwell. I don't know if it's food poisoning or stomach bug or something for the last 3 days. So I actually think I'm going to call it for today. But I'll leave you with a view of our creek. It's so pretty when it's raining during the rainy season, and you get to see the water coming down this very peaceful creek. Unless it's heavy rain, then it's a torrential downpour of water. But right now it's really pretty here among the redwoods. so much for hanging out with me today, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful time in your garden, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.